Good morning and welcome to Going to Work with Gena, which is an infomercial for STEM students. I am Dr. Gena Henderson. And this morning, STEM students, I want to talk about dorm life versus apartment living. When I was at Florida State University, I lived in the dorm for all 4 years. And I loved my dorm life experience, as I said yesterday, when it came to choosing a dorm. But what I loved the most was when I got my financial aid, my bills for living there were already paid. So all of my bills were paid. So financially, I didn't have to worry about that. So now I can concentrate on my studies. It was also furnished with my bed, my desk, and the things that I needed, the stove, refrigerator, whatever I needed. But the biggest thing that I really, truly learned or loved was the fact that I had access to campus at all times. I could get where I needed to be. And so in between classes, it was nothing like actually going back to your room to take a nap if you needed to, or making sure that you were in the union at high noon. Okay, so those were some very good experiences. And so like I said, I was there for 4 years. So a lot of my relationships that I have were relationships that I actually built because of I was always on campus, or I was always walking through campus. And so I know, like most people say, they need a car, but we didn't really need a car back then. They had buses to take you everywhere. But when it comes to apartment living can be very expensive. I mean, you may have a cable bill, electric bill, water bill, living in that apartment. And so things aren't paid for exactly automatically when you get your aid. And you may have to take on a job. I had a campus job that I worked. And so what I'm saying is sometimes living in an apartment can be a very expensive option. And most of the time it sets you off campus. So then now, instead of being safe, learning about the safety of the campus, you have to learn safety about the city that you actually live in, and know like where are the good and bad spaces that you could actually go to or frequent. And you have to be very careful. Like they have campus police out at night. They still have police out in the community, but it's not the same thing. So I want you to be careful. Because all freshmen at least have to live on campus for that first year. But after your freshman year, you get to make choices on where you would like to live. And so I just wanted to make sure that I could revisit that dorm life thing and let you know that campus life is a better option than apartment living. Although I do understand that you will meet people in your dorm life experiences that you want to get away from, and you really will meet some people that you have similar interests, and so therefore you actually want to live together. But I can tell you this, that relationships I had when I went to college, they are not the same relationships that that I had once I left college in those 4 years. So we're going to talk about campus relationships tomorrow, okay? Dorm relationships, and how those can be lifetime bonds. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. So I want to thank you for going to work with Gena today. If there are any infomercials that you missed, please don't hesitate to go to YouTube, Going to Work with Gena. Thank you. Have a great day.